Tom Keefe live at the G-Spot at Gurney Mills for another action-packed edition of the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show, Weekend Rewind, Tom and Leah. And this week we've got some great bits for you. I don't know that to be true, but I got to say stuff like that. So you'll tune in. We're going to start out with apologies to anybody named Chad. If you know anybody named Chad, I want to apologize. My co-host just has an attitude about your name. That being said, the Chad we talked to needed to just deal with it because he had won $1,000 with my favorite F words contest. So Chad won $1,000, and Leah took issue with what his name was. I'm going to welcome a guest to the show right now. Welcome to the show, Chad. Go ahead, Leah.
Chad.
That's what she thinks of your name.
Chad. I can't say it without saying it that way. Really?
You get that from other people?
Yeah.
Mike,
it's kind of a bro name.
It is a bro name.
It's kind of hypocritical, though, that she does it because she has, what is it called, vocal burn or whatever. You sound a little like girls who would say, Chad. And then you'd go, I'm going to Starbucks. I'm Leah. You got a little bit of that going on. You got a little bit of that going on.
I don't hear it, but I've had people tell me that
my
before.
boss has asked me to talk to you about it because he doesn't
Are you serious?
He doesn't like critiquing people.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
Yeah.
Tell him to call me.
No, call her.
Call me,
She's
John
your
Powray.
I was going to say something else. Tell him to go do something to himself.
Yeah.
How am I going to change the way that I talk? This is just the way that I talk.
We're going to fix you.
Yeah, okay.
Good
luck.
We got to knock a few teeth out. And I have a shears. We're going to cut your vocal cord length. And then,
Great.
Boy, I really stepped in it now, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, you sound great. I love the show. I've already written down 2 rewinds today. That's 2 more than I used to get in a week. So,
thanks.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Tom.
He doesn't matter.
No, he doesn't.
All right. Chad.
Chad's here.
Chad.
Sorry, Chad. Back to you.
Hi, Chad. Thanks for joining us on our family therapy session, Chad. I like that Chad owns it. He's like, it's a bro name.
It is a bro name.
Have you brought that up with your parents, Chad? Have you said, Mom, Dad, why'd you call me Chad?
No.
Is it like a family name? It's not that big of a deal to you, but you're like, it's kind of a bro name. Is it a family name? Because I don't know a lot of Chads or whatever. So, Jax, we're doing
nope, not a family name. I just grew up playing lacrosse. So.
I played lacrosse. I would have been a better lacrosse player if I would have been named Chad.
Are all Chads lacrosse players? Because
it's mandatory in the Chad handbook.
Caden has a friend named Chad, and that's what.
He's a lacrosse player?
And he's a lacrosse Chad.
Let me tell you, and because your name is Chad, let me guess, you played attack, right?
I played the 3 main ones, not really
midfield
attack too often, though.
You played midfield. That's all right. I like midfielders. It's attack I didn't like because I'm a goalie. They're like flies buzzing around the net. They're annoying. If you play attack in lacrosse, we're enemies. All right, Chad. Chad's my friend, though. He has $1,000. He won with Tom's favorite F word. What F word did you win on, Chad?
I couldn't even tell you.
Because you entered a bunch of them. The more you enter, the better your chances, right?
Quite the opposite. I only entered the 7 o'clock word on Monday and the 7 o'clock word on Tuesday.
That's it? And you won 1 entry each day, and you won. That's awesome.
Do you remember what the 2 were?
I said this before because you only need to enter one time to win. Chad entered twice, and he won $1,000. Mm-hmm. What were the words you entered, Chad? Do you remember?
He
doesn't care.
No.
He's like, I won the money.
He literally entered 2 words, doesn't give a rat's ass, send me my check. All right. So what are you going to...
one was Foggy.
Foggy, I like that one. They're all my favorites. So what do you have a plan for the $1,000?
Not yet.
No.
Keep going through ideas, but I don't know yet.
Don't be one of these people, I'm just going to pay bills. Do something fun. After taxes, it's only $206. But, do something. We do tell the IRS there will be a form.
You could fill up your gas tank a couple times.
But, do something fun. Buy a dozen eggs, fill up your gas tank, and you're good to go.
Buy eggs for something frivolous.
Yeah.
Go egging.
Yeah, don't make it omelet. Go egging. Leah immediately skips to vandalism.
Well, you remember when we used to do that?
Oh, yeah. Now, listen, if you really want to go egging, Chad, get your lacrosse stick out and use that.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Go egging from a distance.
I'm too old to be doing that now.
No, you're not. Leah's ready to do it. She's in her 60s. All right, so, this Chad. I got to ask you, your area code 925. Where is that from?
San Francisco, California.
Oh, all right. That's why his name's Chad. And did you lived there and you moved here, or?
I grew up in Cary, actually.
Oh, all right. Do you
Went to college in Michigan,
all right.
and then moved to California and moved
World
back.
traveler.
So do you
Wow.
you moved to California and moved back? You don't listen on the stream in California. You moved back here.
Yeah, I live in Woodstock now.
Why did you move, for work or after school, or what did you
Didn't California is very cliquey. It's hard to meet people.
You
Yeah,
didn't fit in
yeah.
with the name like Chad.
All right, enough with the name Leah. So California is nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. The farther you get away from the Mississippi River, the worse people are. Because I moved from the Midwest from here to New York, and they're all just kind of a-holes. Like, I would do nice things. I shoveled my neighbor's driveway, you know,
Right.
and all that. And people were like, why the F would you do that? They're weirded out by how nice we are in the Midwest. And California, you move there, they're just kind of, they're not mean like that. You move east, they get meaner. You move west, they get just kind of oblivious to other
Yeah.
people. They're like in their
You're-
own world.
you're in their
Did you
world.
feel that way in California?
It's like they expect it.
Yeah, right.
They don't
right.
appreciate it.
They don't appreciate it. Yeah, the farther away from the Mississippi, the worse it gets. If you were in California and you were just streaming and won this $1,000, like in San Francisco, this would have been 6 hours rent. So here you get a little
You
more
could
for your
actually
money.
do something with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. If you need like a kidney or something, if you go to a house that's on the Mississippi River, the closer you are, and you knock on the door,
They'll give you
like,
one.
hey, I was just passing by, I need a kidney. They're like, let me get my coat. You know, they're like, all right. So
Ice bath's ready.
all right, Chad. Well, formulate a plan with the $1,000. If you decide to go lacrosse egging, which I think I just invented, let me know and I'm in, okay?
Sounds good.
And I know where Leah lives. We'll go egg her house. How's that, Leah? It's us. It's the lacrosse players, me and Chad. And we're out here egging your house. So congrats on the grand, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, he's a man of few words.
Wow. Two words. That's
Yeah.
all that won him the grand.
2 words. 95 Will Rock weekend weather, clouds, showers, and pretty much what you see is what you get. High today around 47, cloudy down to 33 tonight, cloudy 49 tomorrow. It's more of that for the next 2 weeks, so maybe schedule some indoor activities. Unless you're one of these people who likes being out in this kind of weather. I don't know about that. But coming up, hour number 2 of the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind. That's some good indoor activity for you. We got indoor activity on Tuesday as well. 95 Will Rock's Ticket Tuesday. Coming up this Tuesday, I want to give you a heads up. My friend Jackson's here. What's your favorite band that we play on Will Rock? Who do you like?
Royal Bliss.
Right. Royal Bliss, one of the options this Tuesday for Ticket to Tuesday. They're going to be at the Austin's Impact Fuel Room next Saturday. Head PE, Crazy Town X, and Tantric, and Edema at the Vixen Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, or Silverstein at the Rave in May. All those tickets up for grabs thanks to Kinnaman Accounting and Tax Service. You make the green, they count the beans. Listen for your chance to win Tuesday morning. Ticket Tuesday from Will Rock. Saw those guys live at Alpine Valley decades ago, and it was spectacular. Scorpions, always one of the bands that people think is they're one of the benchmarks in rock. It's the WIIL Rock Morning Show, Saturday morning, live from the G Spot, entrance G here at Gurney Mills, not a mall. And you are the oddest little co-host I've ever had. Jackson's here playing Nerf ball this morning. He got up.
Can I just tell him what happened?
What do you want to say? Can I just tell him what happened? What is it?
I was dumping sand and I was dumping sand from my shoe in the garbage.
Yeah.
And then I dropped my shoe in the garbage.
All right. So we're bringing in outside sand into the. How did you get all that sand in your shoe? Where is that from?
That's from the sand.
Oh, at the volleyball courts at Jesse Oaks. So part of Jesse Oaks is now here at the G Spot at Gurney Mills. You want to play volleyball, come play in our studio. He's doing the Nerf basketball. It's like the Olympics this morning for the Weekend Rewind. Coming up in a little bit, that just says the one word. One word. Seed is the name of the entire bit. And this is a good one. Speaking of the Olympics and activity and all that stuff, my co-host Leah thinks I'm way more sedentary than I am. That's all on hour number 2 of the Weekend Rewind from the G Spot at the Mills on WIIL Rock. Once a week, we do a thing called the 95 WIIL Rock Weekend Rewind, stuff from the morning show that we thought was good enough to edit together and regurgitate for you again. So here it is, Tom Keefe from the G-Spot at Gurney Mills. Somebody we're video streaming this on TomTube. Somebody on there said, why is there a kid in the studio? Two reasons. One, because my co-host Leah is in Mexico. Two, because his mom likes to sleep in on Saturday morning. So here we are. Shooting some Nerf hoops, playing some old bits, including one that just has a one-word name. It's called Seed, and I think it sums it up well. Here's that on the Weekend Rewind from WIIL Rock. When you're buying this, you're paying a 1,275% markup. Let me say that. It's almost 13 times.
13 times.
The markup. Let me say it this way. 1,300% markup. That's how it sounds like the most. So what do you think it is?
Seed.
Seed?
Yeah. Like seed. Seed.
Can you explain that hand gesture to the listeners? It's we're not a visual medium.
Like a sideways wave. Or like a rolling of the die.
You're rolling the dice and then you're casting something. What are you casting? What's coming out of your hand?
Seed.
Why are you buying that? Do you have? Are you trying to make racehorses or cattle?
No, people have to get it for
I'm waiting to find out what I know.
I don't know, not in vitro, but like artificial insemination.
Do the hand gesture again. It's like you're rolling dice.
Like rolling dice.
You're rolling
Yeah, that's not how you do it.
Miss, please step away from the craps table. Security will be escorting you out of the casino.
Not
no,
how
it
it works.
is not seed, Leah. I feel like we should be done now because where do we go from here? But sure, give me another guess.
I was going to say the actual kid after the seed. Like,
you pay 1,300% markup for a child? Where are you buying children at? What kind of life are you living? You just ejaculated all over the studio and now you're buying children. That is not the answer. You get one more guess and then we're moving on. I'm afraid what the next guess will be. What is your next guess?
oh man, that's
up?
all. Yeah, that's all I got.
You've now ruined for me one of my favorite things during the pandemic. The theater here at the Gurney Mills. They brought me movie theater popcorn.
No, it's popcorn.
Yeah.
What?
Movie theater popcorn.
Oh, I guess so. Like already popped popcorn.
Right. And they had their movie theater butter and the delicious.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that we had those big bags that they had, and I lived off of that. I would eat bowls of that every day. This is where I gained a lot of my weight during the pandemic. I came to be addicted to movie theater popcorn.
And then when I would run out, I'd go into your office, and you'd go into mine.
Right.
It was like a whole communal.
We were cross inseminating each other's movie theater popcorn. You've now ruined one of the true joys of life, movie theater popcorn.
Is that what you're going to think of every time you eat your movie theater popcorn?
Well, I
now?
was going to the new Super Mario Brothers movie in the next couple of days, but
did that come out this weekend?
yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the theater now.
I won't be there.
Not until they go in there and use that blue light and clean up the mess. Tom keeps doing the 95 Will Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. Solo, no Leah, no Tim. My buddy Jax is keeping me company this morning. But, usually on the show, it's the three of us, me, Leah, and Tim. It's a new lineup. I'm really kind of enjoying it. If you haven't checked out the show, weekday mornings, 5 until 10, 95.1 FM from Chicago to Milwaukee, live from the G Spot, entrance G here at Gurney Mills, not a mall. If you haven't checked this out, please do. I'm really enjoying the new lineup. I'm having fun. I don't know if it's the dynamic that we have three people in the studio again, or if that Leah is that delightful, or Tim is that wonderful, or maybe my mind is just creeping away and I find things amusing that I wouldn't have earlier. Small minds are easily amused, they say. I think we prove that each and every weekday on the Will Rock Morning Show. If you want to stream us, you can do that at 95willrock.com if you're not in that little area between Chicago and Milwaukee. The land where God lost his slippers, as we like to call it. But so I've been doing it in October. It will be 30 years in a row, continuous morning radio. I feel like I've won. I've made it to the end of the race, and it's all gravy from here on out. But I'm not that old. Sometimes they act like I'm, some guy who's barely able to move. As a matter of fact, recently, Leah asked me a question that I found rather insulting, and here it is on the Weekend Rewind from Will Rock.
A UK man tried to beat the record for the longest time without sleep.
Did he not?
He did not.
I'm glad he failed. I'm because normally when we report on these, it's about somebody being successful.
Yeah.
Now I have another failure in my group.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
He went 11 whole days.
Oh my God, what a nightmare!
Doesn't it sound like a nightmare? It wasn't even close to beating the record. The record is 1986 with almost 19 days without sleep.
19 days, almost
19
3
days.
weeks without sleeping.
Yeah.
How
And
do you not die?
You
Right.
can barely make it 19 minutes anymore.
Right.
And Guinness doesn't even
They won't
monitor.
put it in
Yeah,
there?
they won't even
Because
because
they don't
it's
want
too
somebody
dangerous.
dying.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, that's horrible.
There was one time that I didn't sleep for 4 days straight because of a
Cocaine?
yeah.
Why?
No, I've never tried the nose candy, but
I know somebody.
if I ever want to try it, okay, thanks. No, it was like a change in medication, and it affected my sleep. It was the worst 4 days of
Right.
my entire life. It was
Horrible.
horrendous, but I guess if I would have made it a little bit longer.
Like 15 more days, you would have broke the record?
Well, no, this Tony guy from the UK, his 11 days that he went, he claims that this experiment allowed him to access a different part of his brain.
He saw God.
He
saw a
says
lot
that
of
he
things.
achieved some kind of, or something like similar to waken to enlightenment.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 11 days.
Siddhartha. Yeah.
So if you've been waiting for it,
All right.
11 days is all you need.
no, thank you.
No.
I don't even know how do you, how would you even stay up?
If I stay up more than one day, like I've done one day.
Right. And it's horrible.
a
That's
nightmare.
horrible.
It's horrible. You
Yeah.
feel like garbage.
Right.
So.
But maybe
I'm
it's
gonna
like
pass on.
running. Have you ever ran
Maybe it's
before?
It was very accusatory, wasn't it?
No, I wasn't always 57 and
Have you
Damn
ever
God.
run before?
I was a collegiate athlete. Just so we're clear on this.
So you
I
have.
played sports in college.
Yes or no?
But I just walked around
No,
everywhere.
I walked. That's why I got kicked off out of every team I played on. Actually, that's why I played goalie. There was less running.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
didn't mind the bruises and the broken bones and things. I didn't want to run.
Have you ever ran a long distance before?
I did a 5K once.
Okay. I mean,
Well,
that's.
I wasn't running. I was slightly jogging, occasionally walking, and bitching at my trainer the whole
Right,
time. Yeah.
right. But you hit a certain point where, like, you don't think you could take it any longer, and you
Yeah.
push through.
No, I've never had that experience.
No,
no,
okay. It might be just like trying to stay awake, is what I
Okay,
was trying
all
to
right.
offend
Point
you.
sort of made.
Okay.
If you ever run, you mean where one foot is? There's one foot always not on the ground.
Right.
Like you see those people that speed walk
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
You know, you got to have a foot on the ground. You can't break into stride or whatever.
Right.
I've never ran, so I just when I want to go somewhere fast, I look like those weirdos. I am walking so fast. You know, they get their arms going. That's me.
The hips swing. And,
Tom,
oh, yeah.
we're playing soccer here. Could you run? No, I will not run. I am speed walking on the soccer pitch. Tom Keefe here doing the 95 Will Rock Weekend Rewind. Stuff from the Will Rock Morning Show with me, Leah, weekday mornings. And if you tune in, you will quickly realize, as I like to say, it ain't Shakespeare. It ain't brain surgery. It's not rocket scientist stuff. We don't do politics. It's pretty lighthearted and fun. Basically, I make a living making fart jokes. This is what I did as a child, and now they pay me for it. So that's what you get. If you're looking for anything more highbrow, you might be barking up. I can do Shakespeare. I just don't know that it would play. You know what I'm saying? So can you not play basketball? I'm doing a radio show here, Jax.
Oh, yeah,
That's all right. That's all right. It'd be better if you were making the Nerf shots, but you're not. Anyway, so we have a Nerf hoop in the studio. That's how serious this place is. So it's sometimes we try and do math, we try and do physics, we try and do science. Recently, we tried to do geography, and it didn't go well, except for within the criteria of our show where we make fart jokes for a living. It worked out perfectly. Here's that on the Weekend Rewind.
With the Sunshine State update.
Punta Gorda. You ever been?
Punta Gorda. I've heard of it.
Yeah. I've never been either, but I just feel like everybody says it differently.
That means the large football in Spanish, Punta Gorda.
Really?
No, I have no idea what the hell it means.
I mean, like
Stop
fat
being so
point.
confident when you say things because I
I-
believe you.
Yola will say that. She goes, "You are full of BS."
You
I go,
are.
Most of the things I say are real, but when I say something that isn't, I'm so good at BSing, you'll believe it.
Yes.
Punta Gorda means the fat football.
Totally.
It sounds like you're going to punt a large football.
You're actually very close.
What is it?
It means the fat tip.
Oh, there you go.
There's a tip on a football.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
ever tried just
I
the
always
tip?
play just the tip. Yeah.
The football.
Just
Don't
the
pump
tip.
the tip. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah.
No, keep your foot away from the tip.
Well, that too.
I'm not
Ouch.
into that. That costs extra. Yeah. Put the boots on and punt my Gorda. Yeah.
Ouch.
All right.
All right, this is
Spiral.
spiraled.
Yeah.
No, this is a couple from that tip fat state.
Thanks for looking that up for me, Tim. I appreciate
Tip
that.
fat state.
Tip, well, I don't even know what that means. I don't even understand what you're trying to say. Like, I hear what you said there, and I can't
Fat
even.
tipped
Like,
city.
There you go.
Fat tipped city.
oh, Punta Gorda, the
Yeah, yeah.
fat-tipped city. The tip is really fat, and then it's like a pencil. It's really weird. It's like a mushroom. It's very strange.
Never seen
very
one
big
before.
tip, and then a pencil afterwards.
Oh,
Fat tip.
gosh. How
That's
am
why
I
you
going to
can't play
segue
fat tip
this?
because you can't get past the
Right.
tip. Yeah.
How am I going to segue this? I got to talk
All right,
about
just
Disney.
Just do this stuff.
I gotta talk about
If anybody, well,
Disney.
but like Mickey Mouse, like my dog, when it gets excited, Mickey Mouse probably has a Punta Gorda, fat tip, and then Mickey, put it away. George Bailey doing it. I like George, put it away. There's company.
My cat does it.
The tip, the red tip, the red rocket.
I didn't even know cats
My
had
cat never
yeah.
did. My
Yeah.
cat never did that.
Yeah, my cat had a
Really?
Punta Gorda.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
Anyways, this
Put
couple,
the red rocket away there, pussy. All right.
this couple is suing
happening?
Disney because they claim their Star Wars lightsabers are defective
Oh boy.
and dangerous.
Because you can't really cut somebody in half.
No,
These lightsabers don't work. We bought it, and I tried to kill the neighbor. We were having a dispute, and I hit him with it, and he looked at me like, "Why are you hitting me with this piece of plastic?" Didn't slice him in half at all.
oh no, this couple's son was at a friend's house playing with one of the lightsabers, and he was struck in the eye.
Okay.
And
I hate when I play with
Well, I
my
mean,
lightsaber
obviously,
and I
if
get
ki-
struck in the eye.
If kids are playing with like sword objects or
Yeah,
whatever,
you're probably going to end up getting
somebody's
your
gonna
eye
get
poked.
hurt. Right. You're gonna poke your eye
My
out.
my kid was crying the other day because her brother poked her in the eye with his finger. It was
Yeah.
his finger. I can't sue.
You can't sue the finger
No,
people.
I can't sue the fingers.
Dear God, I'm pissed. Why did you give my children digits? They should have soft nubs at the end of their wrist until they're old enough to learn how to use them.
That will be $50,000, Jesus.
Yeah.
Because that's what the couple is suing Disney,
Disney?
for.
Wow.
$50,000.
Well, Disney has it, so
yeah, but you can't. They're not winning
I'm gonna
this.
sue you because your kid's an idiot.
Yeah. No, your kid's
I'm
friend's
gonna
an
sue you
idiot.
because my kid's friend's an idiot. So there you go. That's Punta Gorda and the lightsaber story. I wouldn't even know how to label this for the weekend.
Punta Gorda and the
Rewind.
lightsabers could be a band name. Yeah.
It is the,
Punta Gorda and the lightsabers.
it's the fat-tipped city.
Fat Tip City and the lightsabers.
Yeah.
It just isn't as romantic when you translate it into English. 95 Will Rock weekend weather, cloudy, some showers pretty much today, tonight, tomorrow, in the 40s today and tomorrow. Not great weather. And then that continues for the foreseeable future, so enjoy the gloom. We got some good indoor activities planned for you. This Wednesday, Head PE, Crazy Town X, Tantric, and Edema. All four of those bands with an all-ages show at the Vixen on Green Street in downtown McHenry. If you've not been to the Vixen for a show yet, you are missing out. That is an incredible venue. And you can head out Wednesday night for that show. Coming up on May 16th, Atreyu is there with special guest North Point, Within Destruction, and Lilac. So that's Tuesday, May 16th. All those shows, all the concerts on the concerts page at 95willrock.com. You definitely need some indoor activity with this weather. Coming up, hour number 3 of the Will Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. We're headed off to our nation's capital. There'll be some singing, air quotes, singing-ish. I like to try and sing on the show once in a while. It just happens. It's not by design. And barnyard animal noises. Of course, because that's our wheelhouse on the Will Rock Morning Show. So that's new Greta Van Fleet. And people, they sound like Led Zeppelin. All right, so they're influenced by Led Zeppelin. If you're going to sound like a band, if you're going to sound like another band, Led Zeppelin's a pretty good band to sound like. I got to hear that whole album, the new Greta Van Fleet album, in Vegas a couple of months ago. The record company guy's like, hey, come up to the room. And then we get there, and there's no cocaine, there's no hookers. It's just the new Greta Van Fleet album, which was pretty cool. But we weren't allowed to tell anybody, not allowed to tell anybody about it. We weren't even allowed to tell anybody that we heard it. It was like a secret. I felt like I was a cool person for a minute. I'm like, I'm in on something. That's the time we saw the Motley Crue movie. Remember when that came out? It was like kind of a spoofy kind of movie about Motley. Well, they were actually spoofy guys. We saw that in Vegas. It was a radio thing, and we had to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. And I thought, well, look at me. I'm signing an NDA. I better not talk. And I don't know why it mattered if we talked about that. Anyway. So that's the time I felt like I was cool for 30 seconds. It's the WIIL Rock Morning Show. Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe live at the G-Spot here at Gurney Mills. I look out. Nobody's there. It's not open. Also, not a mall, if you ask them. As we get into hour number 3, coming up this hour, big hour, we're going to head off to the nation's capital. I'm going to attempt to sing, which happens regularly on the show, and barnyard animal noises, which happens a lot more than you'd think on the show. That's all coming up in hour number 3 of the Weekend Rewind from WIIL Rock. Hey there. Tom Keefe doing the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind, some of the stuff that we deemed necessary to make you listen to a second time. Thanks for tuning in live from the G-Spot at Gurney Mills, not a mall, with some stuff from the show. Jax, if you could not sing while I'm doing the radio, that would be good, okay?
Huh?
What are you singing?
No, I'm not doing anything.
You're over there
I'm not singing. I'm rumbling.
You're rumbling?
Yeah.
If you could not rumble when the mics are on, that would be great.
Why is this light on?
That means the mic is on.
Do you want me to talk?
Well, I mean, do you have anything that people need to hear?
I don't know. I just like Royal Bliss.
All right. So do I. More about them coming up in just a moment. Thanks for joining me this morning, Jax. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom sleeps in on
Wow.
Saturdays. So there we are. Hey, Leah's sleeping in this week. She's in Mexico for vacation. But before she left, we found out that you need to make a little bit more complex directions when you're telling her where something is. Here's that on the Weekend Rewind from Will Rock.
We've been trying to save the pandas for 40 years.
I haven't done a damn thing for the pandas.
No, you definitely you haven't done what
I
this
saw
man
them
done.
I saw them at the Washington. Have you ever been to the Washington Zoo? They have pandas there. It's pretty neat.
Where's the
Ling Ling
Washington
and Ping
Zoo?
Ping.
It's in Washington.
I got nothing.
It's the National Zoo.
Yes.
I don't even know that.
It's in the
I'm
nation's
making fun of her
capital.
but it might not be called that. It's the National Zoo
I didn't
in
know
Washington.
if it was like a zoo off
In
of
Washington. It's the
Washington
zoo.
Street.
It's the National Zoo. It's in Washington.
We got pandas on Washington, just down the road here on Washington Street.
Yeah, it's the Gurney Washington Zoo.
Yeah.
It's just some of that orange fencing put up, and they threw some pandas in. Where's the Washington? Well, it's not even. To her defense, I don't. It's called the National Zoo, but it is
Okay.
in Washington.
I've never been.
I saw pandas. They had pandas there. You walk in and there's
Washington, the state, or Washington?
The DC.
The DC.
Yes. The DC.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's our capital. That's where all the lawmaking and things go on. It's the Smithsonian National Zoological
Well, that's
Park.
why I didn't know what you were
If I
talking
had said that, you would have been like, "Oh, in Washington D.C."
Right there on 9th
Are
Street
you
in Washington,
speaking of
D.C.
See, that's what I was
Yes.
like. Are you speaking of the 163 acres? It closes at 6 tonight.
Oh.
Yes, they have.
They
A,
will never make it.
they have a. It's on. It's the one at 3001 Connecticut Avenue
Oh, I
Northwest.
was close.
Yeah.
Connecticut Avenue, not 9th Street. My apologies.
That one, yeah. So I saw the pandas there. You're doing a story about pandas. Let's go to your story. By the way, save the pandas. They're delicious. Obviously, you should save them with a nice little arugula salad on this.
Because all they eat is bamboo.
and a chutney,
You know?
a nice berry chutney.
You haven't actually eaten a
No,
panda.
I've not eaten pandas. It's illegal.
Right. They're
She looked at me
thoroughly
like
endangered.
I'm
yes.
having one now. There's a femur.
All right, so you say you've done nothing for the panda. The
I haven't.
zookeeper is going viral after saving a panda's life by doing the Heimlich maneuver on this
Wow.
panda. It happened Saturday. It happened at a panda sanctuary in central China, nowhere near Washington, D.C.
The Smithsonian National Zoological Park.
The panda's name is Ching Ching. He's 8 years old. They gave him some carrots as a treat, of course. 'Cause
Choked on a carrot?
He choked on
Healthy
a carrot, this
food.
poor thing.
Strikes
It's like
again.
vegetables. Vegetables are just bad.
They're going to kill
for
you. Vegetables and fruit.
You don't hear of anybody choking on a McDonald's cheeseburger. Why? Because when you put it in your mouth, it disintegrates.
Yes.
It's nice and easy
Pillowy,
to eat.
yes.
It's not going to hurt anybody.
So the breeder slapped him on the back a few times.
breeder.
What do you do?
I
breed
panda breeder.
pandas,
I
yes.
have sex with the pandas. They look like me. Ching Ching is a
Sir.
family name.
That's not how it works,
I'm
sir.
a panda breeder. He heard about the job and he's like, "Really? I get to with the pandas?
Yeah.
Sign me up." Once you go white and black, you never anymore.
Right.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I said that. Is Ching Ching okay?
Ching Ching's okay, but it's because the back slapping it didn't work. So then the
The guy
breeder
got on board.
he
Got right
lifted
up on
the
board.
panda
and
he
it looked
started
like he
doing
was.
the
It
Heimlich.
looked like he was
He was
breeding.
breeding the
He
panda.
literally was breeding the panda.
Oh, I wish I had my phone out for
Hey,
video
buddy,
on that.
I get what he was doing. He was trying to
Yes.
save the pandas. It's when he took his pants off. There was like, wait a second. That thing didn't even get any carrots. What
Awkward.
are you talking about? It's the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind. Tom Keefe, your host through this journey of enlightenment of things we did on the show. I don't know. It's just some stuff that we had on the show that we're going to play for you again. I sing on the show regularly. Sing air quotes, not great. Usually I pulled it out of where the sun don't shine and make it up as I go. This one, though, not terribly bad. I feel like it had potential. Nobody joined in, though. I would have liked it if people would have joined in. We spiraled earlier into the cleavage debate. I think, yes, there is cleavage. If you go to my Facebook right now, there's a reel posted, and you can see what I'm dealing with today. And then I want
imagine
he's having such a hard time with it.
Imagine being me.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Why is it hard being you?
Because I deal with it every day.
Oh, just you're lugging them around. Yeah.
Looking at them in the mirror.
If I move my mic over here, I just see you from chin up. So I don't now I see you
like
from nose
Wilson.
up. Yeah, you are. You're Wilson. I'm the tool man and you're Wilson and we're just talking over the fence or whatever. So and then I don't have to worry about any
I think I might be able to
suits.
lower my chair.
It's just the top of her head.
She just shrunk. Yeah.
Where did little now you look like it looks like I'm talking to a child on the other side of
Oompa,
loompa doopity doo. I've got some more cleavage for you. Oompa loompa doopity dap. Look at my breasts and you'll want to fap.
Oh, my
What
Lord.
do you get when she's got some big cans? You sound like a perverty man. Anyway, I can keep going, but Free for Friday, where we say whatever and we sing whatever the hell we feel like. Now I'm back over here in the spot where I see from the
I'll go shopping for some turtlenecks today, boys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Well, no,
We're getting out of turtleneck season here. You can't really, Although, if they keep the studios cold enough, like today, they're pretty chilly.
Yeah, I think Wilson heard that we were talking about Leah's, and he came in and lowered the temperature. That's how he rolls. Are we done? As I mentioned near the close of the last record, which is what the Tubes would say on the completion backwards principle, look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. As I mentioned in one of the previous bits, is what I'm trying to tell you. When we do the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show with Tom and Leah and Tim, it is not Shakespeare. I often say that I make fart jokes for a living. One time on Open Phone Thursday, a guy called in and told me, hey, I've never heard you actually do a fart joke. And he was right. I've never have actually done at that point a fart joke, so I had to come up with one. But it's a colloquialism for it is not Shakespeare. It's not rocket science. It's not the most highbrow stuff. Sometimes, and sometimes we make noises or have people call in and make noises like barnyard animals. And here's that, without prejudice, presented for your listening on the Weekend Rewind from WIIL Rock. The name of the game is
The Wheel of Barnyard Animals.
So Leah's going to spin the wheel, and these guys are going to compete making that animal's noise. Brandon is our first contestant in Wonder Lake. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Good, man. Just hanging, talking to you. And contestant number 2 is Randy in Oak Creek. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good. Leah's gonna spin the wheel. It'll land on a particular animal, and then you guys will have to.
Charged me yesterday.
You guys will have to.
No, you did. Mike did. After you charged me for the smoke thing.
All right, they're doing some type of work is going on there. We're not interrupting you with our radio show, are we? What are you haggling about prices?
Yeah, get my coffee.
They're overcharging you.
Oh, yeah, I get free coffee every other day at the gas station.
You got charged yesterday, and they're trying to charge you again today. What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell?
You want me to talk to them, or did you get it straightened out?
No, I got it straightened out.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm here if you need me. All right, are you ready to go back to the little thing we were doing here? You called me. I'd like to point that out. You called me. All right.
I did, Tom.
All right, what animals are on the wheel, Leah?
All right, because I could always add to this later. I've got a cow, a sheep, a chicken, turkey, pig, horse, goat, cat, dog, duck, and guinea pig per Tom's request.
I feel like we're doing the C and because that was a pet. It's National Pet Day, which is why we're doing this. You put some on there that are borderline pets.
Well, because I told you, if you live on a farm or if you're me and you go to the pet store and pick out a pig, then you could end up with a pig in your house as a pet. I didn't live on a farm.
Pick out cow and get back to me, okay?
All right.
She's going to spin the wheel. You guys are going to have to compete here and make an animal noise. Here we go. Spin the wheel, Leah. Powerful wheel you got there.
Sheep is your animal.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, it landed on sheep. Brandon, you get to go first. In Wonder Lake, a lot of sheep there. No farms, but a lot of sheep. Brandon, let's hear your best sheep.
Bah.
Bah, because that's B-A-A-A, because that's what it says in the book sheep say. They say bah, bah.
You know,
when you go by a farm, you hear sheep's going bah, bah,
bah. They're just saying to each other, bah.
All right, Randy, the bar is low. This is yours to lose here, buddy. Let's hear your best sheep.
Bah.
Marginally better.
Just a little.
Marginally better. Keep trying, buddy. That's all right. So, Leah, Brandon or Randy?
I'm going to go with Randy.
Randy is Brandon. Thank you for trying.
Thank you, Leah.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
hope things get worked out for you there.
His were more like words. It's like
They were both like words.
Oh.
What does the dog say? Woof. I get home today and there'll be little Coco going, woof, woof, woof. Wow, Coco, you learned to read.
Tom, let me hear your best sheep.
I'm way better than you, Randy. Are you ready for this?
I didn't say you weren't.
But if I win, I'm taking the tickets. Here we go.
Oh, no, never mind. Never mind.
He's like, don't do it. All right, I'll do it just for fun. I'm very excited about doing it. So here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, listen.
Ooh.
Wow, that was good.
It is really good.
You had that handy.
I tried that.
Yeah, you tried that. Okay.
That's what he was going
I feel
for.
like you didn't, Randy. Hold on the line. We got tickets for you. Either way on Ticket Tuesday. That is yours. Do it one more time. I feel like animal noises isn't your strength.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
have any strengths.
But I really, I don't have any strengths. She's in a job interview. What would you say your strengths are? And she's like, yeah, I got it.
I'm just kind of okay at everything I do.
I got none. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah, I don't really.
Nothing.
I'm not. Yeah, all right. You're hired. Congratulations.
That was the sheep getting slaughtered, by the way.
Was it really?
No, me.
Oh,
That's
you.
what I was
yeah,
doing.
that was a major distress. WIIL Rock weekend weather, cloudy, occasional showers through this afternoon, high 47, cloudy tonight, down to 33 clouds. Tomorrow, 49, more of the same. Not a good day for baseball practice. Jackson's got that coming up at 11 today. But hanging out with me this morning for the weekend rewind, we're getting into the final hour of that coming up in just a couple of minutes. You can play baseball cloudy as long as it doesn't rain on you, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right. So earlier when we were playing Black Sabbath Iron Man, Jax and I were air drumming. It's the thing is on the video you cannot hear the audio because YouTube would take our thing off because of the licensing for the music. Lawyers and money, basically, is what it is. So if you watch the video later, it's just us on the video. You can't hear the song. We look like we're fools. We're just banging on the counter. That's a good song though, that Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
That is one of the all-time classics.
We busted the radio.
Yeah, we had the speakers cranked up and we blew out the speakers. Shh, there's protectors on them. They're not broken. They just turn off to warn us that we're listening to them too loud. So can't listen to music
We're
too
gonna
loud.
do that again with Royal Bliss.
We are. Jackson wanted to hear some Royal Bliss, and this is the song he wanted to hear. It's with Citizen Soldier. It's called Through Hell. It's Jax's favorite band. You can see them next Saturday night in the Impact Fuel Room at Austin's. It's their big album release party. It's going to be a kick-ass night next Saturday night. Get your tickets and all that stuff on the concerts page.
Can I say the
Go ahead.
address? 369.
At 95willrock.com. That's why you're saying 369. At
I
95willrock.com.
said, can I say my address?
No, you don't say your address on the radio. Royal Bliss is not playing your house. They're playing at the Impact Fuel Room in Austin's.
And why are you spitting on me?
Well, because sometimes I spray it instead of saying it. You do it too, pal. Jackson is doing the weekend rewind with me today, so his mom can sleep in. And so he can cough all over me. That makes up for when I was spraying it on you before you coughed all over me. We're just a cesspool here, you and me. Speaking of cesspools, later this hour on the Weekend Rewind, we'll hear about Leah's love couch and what goes on there. That is coming up in the final hour of the Weekend Rewind. Also, we'll talk about the Alpha Media dental plan, great dental plan here at Alpha Media. Oh, and the biggest screw up, one, I don't know if it was the biggest. I've screwed up a lot, but one of my bigger screw ups in the world of radio. I've been doing this since 1979 when I was in junior high. You'd think I'd figure out how to do it, but no, this hour, a pretty big screw up. And we're giving Jax a very good musical education. We played your Royal Bliss song.
And then we're going to play Daylight at the
We're going
end
to play
of
some
the
Shine
show.
Down later on. You're really pushing it now, but
And
yes.
then after that, we're going to play
You're not picking all the
some
songs.
Post Malone.
No, we're not playing Post Malone. We're not playing that Marshmallow you like.
Marshmallow.
Oh, that stuff is a nightmare. He was rocking out to Van Halen, though, so I feel like I'm doing a good job as a pseudo-parent this morning. Here's a little Alice in Chains for you on Will Rock. When I have the mics on in the studio, I have a hard time doing math, like simple math, like 2 + 2. I don't know. When the mics go on, math is difficult. But before I turned the mic on for this segment on the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show Weekend Rewind, I did the math. So it should be solid. 44 years I've been doing radio. I started when I was, is that right? I started when I was 13 in 1979 on the junior high show on WBSD in Burlington, my high school radio station, thanks to Terry Abel. So I've been doing this a long time. A lot of great people have come out of Burlington. It's not just Tony Romo. I am not one of them, but there are people that have come out of Burlington. And a lot of it is because WBSD. They're out in the world of broadcasting doing big things. I am not. They will not. There will be no plaque. When you drive into Burlington, Wisconsin, it says home of Tony Romo. It will never have my name there. I think that they it's like they disavow knowledge of me or Duco or John Perry because this is what we do for a living. It's embarrassing. Like I said earlier, it's not Shakespeare, and I'm not even that good at it for a guy who's been doing it for 44 years. Case in point, this segment on the Weekend Rewind from 95 WIIL Rock.
It's your nightmare.
What was my nightmare? In my defense, and just hear me out.
Yeah.
Put your phone down. And
No,
listen to me.
because I'm going
Just-
to record you.
You're texting John Perry.
You are so fired.
There was only 2 minutes and 28 seconds
Only,
left.
yeah, you were close.
In my defense,
The end sounds like
the end
middle
sounded like
end,
that
yeah.
pot.
Yeah.
That part of the song, pot, which is what I had. No, but in my defense, I have nothing.
You were trying to
no,
get me.
Listen, no, two things. Two things were going on. One, I've had to urinate for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
There's no times for us to leave the studio.
Yeah,
The bathrooms are too far from the thing, and I'm not focused. And she takes a drink of her drink. Thank you for that. Was the waterfall sound effects not available? I have had to pee.
No, it just reminds me because I don't think I've peed yet
I have had
today.
to pee for the better part of an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it is not good.
There's a garbage can right
and
next
you
to you.
just
you know?
put food in your mouth. Thanks, Tim. And I was trying to catch you off guard, like with a mouthful of food, and go, we're on the radio, do your job. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a song talking.
But that's what
I'm in the middle of
Yep.
I suck, man. I suck.
What
at this.
that's what was the
I'm
best
not
part
good
of it.
today. I'm not good today.
No.
I am not good today.
At least you
I'm
recognize
having
that.
a day. I'm having a day.
You are so fired.
No, whatever.
What was the best part?
The best part was I looked up before stuffing my face and saw I had
Plenty
2
of time.
minutes. I was like, I have time to put this chip in my mouth, and then you started talking, and
Turn
I
the
was like,
microphone on. I'm like,
is he doing something else or no? I can
What
hear
is
him,
going
which
on?
means he's live on the radio on top of a song right now.
was in the
John
middle of
Perry
a song.
loves that, by the way.
he loves it when we talk over
Yeah.
music.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, man, talk over music all you can. What was it with like 2 minutes left in it, right? I gotta hear this jag off. I've been doing this. You know, I started on the radio. You know what year? What year were
I
you
was
born?
87.
I started doing this 8 years before you were born. I
It
started
wasn't even a twinkle.
1979,
Wow.
the junior high show on WBSD in Burlington. And yet I cannot figure out to not talk in the middle of the song. Was it before that?
Yeah, because it was before like the breakdown.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
95 WIIL Rock, D-Rock station. That is Avenged Sevenfold. Still on. I was going early.
Now we know how you'll look,
I acknowledge it.
Oh, Leon.
Great moments in broadcasting. Tom Keefe leading
well
the
played.
charge.
It's your nightmare.
95 WIIL Rock, D-Rock station. That is Avenged Sevenfold. Still on. I was going early.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whoops personified
I will
right
never
there.
hear the end of
Yeah,
that.
you won't.
It's 9:45.
I don't even know.
All right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, I can't
Yeah.
suck as much as
you
you
can
just
totally
did.
screw the pooch right now, and it's still.
I'm never going to hear about it.
It would be nothing.
Water
Nothing
under the
compared-
bridge.
compared to what Tom did. All right. I may have made a huge mistake just now. Jackson was wanting to crank up his Royal Bliss there. That's his favorite band. How old are you? 7?
Yeah,
Do you have a job yet?
yeah,
What is your job?
to get money for free.
That is not a job. That is not a job. You're a freeloader. Anyway, so I taught him the one control he is allowed to control in the studio now and touch the equipment is the monitors, and that turns the volume up because he wanted to hear his Royal Bliss cranked up. If you want to see Royal Bliss, a reminder, the 25th anniversary concert and album release party is 1 week from tonight. The new album, Survival, is out. It kicks ass. Next Saturday night, 21 and over show in the Austin's Impact Fuel Room, Peterson Road in Libertyville. You can get tickets for it. The VIP, I think, has like 3, or they had 3 left. It might be sold out, but you want to get your tickets now. It's a week from now for Royal Bliss. Yes, our house band. Yes, we play a lot of them. Yes, I've played 2 songs by Royal Bliss in an hour. And yes, too bad, deal with it. More bits, 2 more on the Weekend Rewind coming up. Here's I Prevail on Will Rock. I think I just made a mistake. I taught Jackson how to control the volume here in the Will Rock studio at the G-Spot at Gurney Mills. Once he knows how to control volume, then I got to be the person in the house at home, or your mom's got to be yelling, turn that down. You cannot crank that up. So now I used to be the one getting yelled at by my dad and my mom to turn that down, that rocket. I taught Jackson how to crank it all up. He likes his rock music. He likes his Royal Bliss. So there's that.
Daylight, play
and some shine down for his mom coming up on the Weekend Rewind. You get to hear the music if you're listening on the air on Saturday mornings when we're live here at the G Spot at Gurney Mills. And we crank it up. We've had the speaker protectors go off quite a few times now. Good thing they're there. We would have blown the speakers. 2 bits left on this edition of the Weekend Rewind. We saved the best for last, including this one where we explained the health plan that we get from Alpha Media here at 95 WIIL Rock. And who hasn't seen Castaway? What the hell is wrong with Leah?
Police in Connecticut, they recently arrested Hugo de Lima.
Hugo,
damn it, Hugo.
You don't meet a lot of Hugos.
No, well, and I don't want to meet this Hugo because
right.
Hugo was arrested for impersonating a dentist.
Okay.
Officers received...
Anybody with an ice skate can do that now. Have you seen Castaway?
oh, that part is cringy.
Have you ever seen Castaway with Tom Hanks?
No.
Okay.
Fairly good movie. You should
You
watch
may
it.
want to. Yeah.
It's been around for a
Why would
couple
I were
years,
you?
right?
Because our dental plan here on our health insurance,
That's what it is,
they
right?
just hand you an ice skate
okay.
and say, you've watched Castaway, right? And if you're like, no, they're like, oh, you can't have the dental coverage then. Sorry. Now you kind of
I'll
want
look
to go see
into
it.
it.
don't you? Yeah.
Officers received a 911 call about a man practicing dentistry in a hotel room at the La Quinta Inn.
That's where you get your
La
best
Quinta.
dentistry. Everybody knows. You go over to the Super 8 if you want a proctologist. But
Right, La
Just because of the
Quinta.
logo.
What do you get at the Red Roof?
Yeah, you don't want to know. I don't know why that's funny, but it really is. Okay, so he's doing his dental work at La Quinta.
Yes,
and
of course he is. Where else would he go?
I'm not a dentist, but I did stay at the Holiday Inn Express next door last night. I just used this place for my cleanup's easier. You can hose down those La Quinta rooms and nobody even knows you were there.
Cops entered Hugo's room and found his makeshift dental clinic. It included drills, suction machine, a portable x-ray machine, and bottles of antibiotics. It didn't have ice skates. One patient was even still there, exited the bathroom with gauze in his mouth.
Hey, what's going on? Why are the police here?
This isn't a real dental
I
topic.
was over here in the bathroom cleaning out my wounds. If you walk into the dentist's air quotes office and the drill says Black and Decker, get out, right?
Well, if the dentist's office has a bed in it,
Yeah.
I'm probably
Yeah.
not laying
Well,
upon it.
that's for the payment methods for those that don't have
seen
cash.
I've
Right?
seen
You know
that movie.
That
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
you know. Haven't seen Castaway, but the porn with the fake dentist at La Quinta, you can recite verbatim. You know, when you go to a fireworks show and at the end it's the grand finale, they save the best for last. That's what we try and do on the Weekend Rewind. And our final bit today is kind of like a fireworks show. It makes a mess all over Leah's. There's an explosion all over Leah's living room and her new couch. We'll get to that in just a minute. Thanks for listening to the Weekend Rewind. If you want to hear the whole thing over again, podcast available at 95willrock.com. You click on Jocks and then Weekend Rewind. It'll be there eventually. And if you want to hear any of the individual bits, you can hear those. There's a link on the Weekend Rewind page, which you can find at 95willrock.com under Jocks. Just click on Morning Show. It'll say each episode of the Weekend Rewind. Anyway, or listen. We'll be back. We're every Monday through Friday, 5 until 10, 95.1 FM from Chicago to Milwaukee, and always streaming online at 95willrock.com. We used to say worldwide, but they block us in other countries. So streaming worldwide, if you know how to get a VPN, ask a young person at 95willrock.com. Final bit on this week's Weekend Rewind. Jackson's here in the studio with me. We have him this weekend. Next weekend, he's with his dad. It's nice, to get the house to ourselves. You know what I'm talking about. But he's not the only person we have to contend with on that front. Here's an example of why Leah likes to be home without the kids on the Weekend Rewind from Will Rock. Oh, it's an interesting conversation when the mics are off. She says, I gotta pop it out. Can't say that word on the air.
I mean, if you roll around enough in bed, something's going to fall out.
Yeah. That's why I always wear a bra. Like, people are like, I come home, the first thing I do is take off my bra. I'm like, where do the rest of you go? Like, I got to keep mine on in order to keep mine in place. Yeah. Or else I'll be, like, sleeping on one, That's not comfortable. Anyways, I'm just going to keep talking.
I'm just looking off to the side.
Seeing where this goes. This was the conversation that was happening during the Volbeat song. And I just wanted to let everybody else come on in and see what happened while the music is playing. This is what's going on here in the Will Rock studio. So
it's not going on at my house, but once I get to Mexico, nude the whole time.
Game on.
The whole time. In my bedroom, there's no clothes.
You have children, so you're unable to.
It's not even
naked.
the children, it's the teenagers that ruin everything.
Well, that is your child.
Well, yes, but I'm saying the young
other teenagers.
Yeah.
His friends are always like, "Hey, when can we go hang out over at your house?" Why do you want to hang out at my house all day? Oh, is your mom going to be home?
Worst story ever. Worst story ever. I'm about to tell it. I'm about to tell it.
This is why I shut up.
It's recent.
Because this is what we normally get to hear when the mics are off. And here we go.
It's recent. It's recent. It was homecoming, so 6 months ago, and I thought that we had the house to ourselves, and we had just gotten this new couch. So Ryan and I are like, yeah, game on.
Christen the couch.
Christen the couch. I fall asleep.
Hold on, I got to write something down.
I fall asleep.
Hold on, I gotta write something
Sorry,
down.
I didn't know I had to stop for
Just
the writing.
stop for 1 second.
All right.
I don't want to miss anything.
All right.
Don't sit at Leah's house.
Yeah.
Right,
Just on the right
ahead.
side, on the long side. I'm
gonna stand.
My right?
I'm gonna stand.
You're gonna stand,
I'm gonna
okay?
stand.
Everyone's, christen their couch. Anyway, so we're gonna christen this couch, right? And we do christen this couch, and I pass out because that's what happens after the christening.
Good.
Yeah,
Ryan is that
great.
He could
Best
hold classes.
45 seconds
He could hold
ever.
classes.
So I pass out and I get woken up, but maybe an hour later because I am butt naked, and it is my husband waking me up to hurry up and get upstairs or put some cloth upon my body because plans fell through and the sleepover after the whole homecoming thing was not happening, and Caden was on his way home with 4 other friends. And I had to.
That's why they go to your house, is they're hoping to stumble in on this.
But could you imagine if Ryan would have fallen asleep?
And there's mom and dad, and the couch is.
Oh my gosh! It was everything was out.
DNA playground. Is there an outlet or something? Or I don't know. So there you go.
That's
I do a show prep sheet every day. It's the log that I use for log toss, and that was nowhere on it.
No, you didn't want to cover that?
No. I'm fine that we did. I feel like I know way more of you than I thought I would at this point in our relationship. Saturday night we were home, and Jake came home from work, and he was home much earlier than he should be on a Saturday night. And Yola and I were in the living room, and I had I had changed into something a little less comfortable or a little more comfortable. She got me a robe. She likes. I don't like to be naked. And so I brought out some suggestions for her, and to her credit, this is why I love her. She put this ensemble on, and we're sitting on the couch and enjoying one another's company. And there's
the boy.
So even into their 20s, you'll still get no privacy.
They'll still ruin
it. Does
it.
not. You'll never again
Have privacy.
Also, if you come to my house, don't sit on my couch. WIIL Rock weekend weather, clouds, some showers through this afternoon, high today 47, cloudy 33 tonight, cloudy 49 tomorrow. More of the same for the next couple of weeks, doom and gloom and whatever. Get out and make the most of it. 39 right now. That's it for the 95 WIIL Rock Weekend Rewind. Got to thank Jax for co-hosting with me this morning. We got to get to baseball practice. Your mom made us breakfast. She's so sweet.
She
your
didn't
mom.
make me breakfast.
Yeah, it's waiting for us at home right now.
Oh.
She got up and made us breakfast.
Oh,
Don't mess with the microphone. You all right? All right.
is Mom on?
I think she's listening right now. Did you have something you wanted to say to her?
Do you want me to say it right now?
Sure. If you got you had a song you wanted us to play for your mom. Your mom, you were gonna. She's in the video for this song. When we did WIIL Rock Fest last summer, you can see her in the video for the song. They did a second video for the song Shinedown did. And
Yeah.
you wanted to play this song for your mom, right?
Daylight, and I love
So-
my mom, and I want it to do for my mom.
All right. Is that it? Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, but Mom, if you hear this right now, get on it!
What are you saying?
I said get on 95 Real Rock.
Get on 95 Will Rock. All right, crank it up.
95realrock.com.
Say The Rock Station.
The Rock Station.
Nailed it.